people? 100 Spoke Riders here again. And today's video is going to be about my 1996 Chevy Caprice 9C1. I think it's time to fix something that has been broken since day one, the day I got the vehicle. And let me explain to you what it is here. 96 Caprice always had a pretty clean interior. It's not flawless, but you know, there's no tears in the seats. Everything is pretty clean except one thing that's always bugged me. You see that panel right there? This panel right there. This panel's been strong. It's a stock, I guess you could call it window pillared or whatever for the back. Well, this one over here, here's where I've always had the problem. There are 4 clips that pretty much hold this in, and since the day I got this thing, the 2 top clips were always broken, and what had happened is the panel would just kind of come down like this. Now before, I would use the you can kind of push it in there, but as soon as you roll the window down, the wind catches it, it pushes the panel down. Well, at first I just wasn't rolling the back window down. I just said, well, I'm not going to roll the back window down. The car has icy cold AC, so there's really no reason to roll the back windows down. So that's why I never really fixed it right away when I first got it. But once I put the system in the car, every time the bass hits, eventually it makes the panel fall down. So that's why I just took it off altogether. I still got the panel. All right, here's what's going to happen here. Pop this trunk open. And get my panel here. I've always had the panel, it's just been in the trunk the whole time. Okay. Now, after looking at it, and I pulled down my passenger side, the side that's been up the whole time, and I realized that this clip and this clip is missing, but on my passenger side, the top clip is missing on that also, and this bottom clip is bent in, but it still holds strong. So technically, I guess I don't really need these 2 clips. It'd be good to have them, but I don't have them. I don't really feel like searching online for it right now. But apparently the way this is set up, that this is the main clip that holds everything together. Without this clip right here, this definitely, let's spin this around. This definitely will not hold in place. But the previous owner has put a lot of hot glue and a lot of attempts to hold this on the same way over here that did not work. This is the piece itself right here. I took the piece apart and scraped basically all this little, it looked like the previous owner used some kind of rubber silicone to stick it on, and when that way it didn't work, he used some kind of hot glue, and of course that didn't work. So I scraped all this off of this little piece right here. The rubber silicone, and there was sticky stuff from duct tape, I guess was his last resort, and that didn't work. So I soaked the piece in this little multi-purpose solvent to get all the sticky residue and stuff off of it. So I soaked that off of there, and then I started to clean all this off, but then I realized I didn't really need to clean it off because it's really not that serious. Because what happens is this piece goes right here, and then the whole piece is supposed to snap in like so. Now I'm assuming there's some kind of clips or something to hold this on, but once they broke off, I guess the guy tried everything he could to get it on there. So I think what I'm going to do now is, this is about the area that goes right here. There's really no need to clean all this off. It's not that serious. Nobody's going to see it. So what my plan is, what I will do though, just to give it that glue a little bit more purpose to bite, I will scuff it, use a little red Scotch-Brite and scuff it in the areas where it's going to stick. Scuff the metal piece right here, because I'm trying to stick metal to plastic. But once I stick this on here, put that gel on there, spray the activator, let it sit for a while, about a minute or so before it locks in. And it should be ready to go, man. It should be ready to go back in. That's about where the part is going to go, people. I got this, I already got it just scuffed down with the red Scotch-Brite. And now that's all that's left is to add the glue. and spray it with the activator. So here we go. And put a little bit right here first. See if I can do this without blocking the camera. Put a little bit right here. Put a little bit right here. Stick it in place. About where I want it. Right there. Add a little more. Fill in that little window. Hello.
I still want to scare you, so
That's
I
all
walked
right.
up.
Oh, thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. I just got interrupted by the mail lady. I think this is about where I need it. That should be about it right there. Okay. I had to do a round 2 with the whole glue. The first go around, I didn't really, I was trying to not put too much glue on there. I was being real kind of stingy with it. So what happened is the first time I put the piece in there, I had this cover on, or this cover was on, and I was just trying to manhandle the piece in there and end up breaking the piece back off again. I was kind of pissed at first. And then I realized that because this cover goes on top of the piece. Like, you see how this it goes over the edge? I had to take the piece off. Well, the first time I just tried to just, force it on there. And I guess I was just sitting there banging on it and boom, boom, boom. I was sitting there banging on it like this, trying to get it on there. And the piece snapped off again. So I didn't have enough glue on it. So this time I put some more glue on it and took this piece off the right way. The cover that covers up my 6x9. So now this, because these clips had to be unclipped from inside the trunk. I got the trunk popped open here. So I was just trying to be lazy, trying to manhandle the piece on there. It didn't work out that way. So now I think finesse is what it really took, and doing things the right way. So now I just gotta put this back in here, like so. There it is, y'all. Man, you don't know, that's always bugged me that piece has been out, even though it was on the side, I didn't see it, but there you have it. Got my piece back in there. The piece is not flawless, but at least it's back up there. It's holding strong. And there it is. Ain't nothing really going on too much with the old Caprice. I have had a couple questions about why I'm back on the stock wheels. I'm back on the stock wheels because I got a nail in my tire on my 22s, and I really just ain't had the time to actually go get the tire fixed. So I didn't want to be that guy to ride around with 3 22s and 1 stock wheel, so I just took them all off and put the stock wheels with the white leather tires back on. I still like the look of the white leather tires, so, that's why I'm not really in a big rush to get the 22s fixed, or to get the tire on the 22 fixed. Be honest with you, I really don't even drive this car all that much anymore. I'm mainly on my, I'm on my motorcycle. The only time I really drive this car is when it's raining, and I don't really feel like riding in the rain, or I gotta transport something bigger than I can't put in my backpack or strap to my bike, which is kind of rare. So, majority of the time this car just sits here, so that's another reason I haven't put the 22s back on, because I don't really drive it like that. I don't know what the next modification on this car is going to be. I'm not sure. I'm starting to be totally honest with you. I'm really starting to lose the interest in this car. I don't really want to get rid of it because my daughter loves this car, and I told her I'd give it to her when she starts, once she becomes of age. and starts driving. But we'll see how she feels when that time comes. I think she's got like 3 more years before she starts driving, so that's the only reason I've really still held on to it. I have had a few offers on it, but that's why I haven't really done a lot to this 96 Caprice. Just in case anybody's wondering about where are the updates for the 96 Caprice, I'll explain that to you here, but it's still here. It ain't going nowhere. I don't know, still got the spare tire, simple little setup, nothing major. Just the old 96 Caprice. But I got that piece on there, something I wanted to do for a long time. And that's just get me one step closer. I don't know what I'm getting closer to, but at least I'm fixing broken parts, shall I say. Not really update, just fixing broken parts. I have had a couple questions about where's the updates on the old Caprice. Where's the updates on the 78 Cutlass? Where's the El Camino updates? Be totally honest with you guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. The whole car thing. You guys got to realize, I've been doing cars for like 20 years, you know? So, I think what's really slowing me up on the whole car thing, to be honest with you, is this garage is just so damn small. And I'm pretty much outside doing everything. So, you know, sometime in the near future, I'd like to upgrade and somehow give me a bigger garage or find a new location or something. But I don't know. For now, man, I just been all about that bike life. That's what it all boils down to. You know, I'm just all about that bike life. I'm trying to hang in there with the car. Don't get me wrong. I still like cars. I like my cars. I love old cars. I love classic cars. I love custom cars. I like the cars I got. I like my Caprice. I like my El Camino. I like my Cutlass. I don't plan on getting rid of it. But, man, it's just one of them things where I like my Caprice. Let's go back to Caprice. I like this Caprice. I like looking at it. When it was under 22s, it looked cool, you know. But honestly, I don't like driving cars in general. I really don't. If it's a choice between hopping in the car or hopping in my bike, I'm going to choose my bike every time. And even when I'm in my car, I don't even listen to music. Most of the time I'm watching this movie. It's funny because it's a movie about motorcycles. If you don't understand why I'm moving so slow on these cars, you want to get this movie right here. I'll put a link to the movie trailer in the description of this video. But so even while I'm in my car, I got a little system. I usually don't even play. I'm usually just watching this movie.
Riding a motorcycle that's really empowering. I really like riding my own a whole lot better than I ever liked riding on the back of a motorcycle.
The difference between being a passenger and being a rider is everything.
I mean, most of the fellas today who ride, they want their women to ride.
Being a wife and a worker and a mother, when I get on my bike.
So, I don't know, man. As I said, I'm not really trying to sell any of my cars. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm all about the bikes, man. I don't know. Most of the time I'm watching motorcycle related movies or motorcycle related TV shows. Or I'm watching motorcycle related video games. And even while I played Grand Theft Auto, ever since Grand Theft Auto 5 came out from day one, I usually 9 times out of 10, I was on a dirt bike. That was before I even bought this bike here, you know? So, or I was on some kind of a motorcycle. So, I don't know. I'll get back on the cars one day. That's why I've been going so hard lately on this bike, man. I'm just all about this bike life. I've actually got my eyes on another bike, but I got to maintain myself. I told myself I can only buy one bike a year. So I haven't even had this bike. It's 100 Spoke Riders. So. Just talking about cars, talking about bikes. I'm not going to bore you guys too much. 100 Spoke Riders signing out. Finally got that piece on my Caprice. And that's what's going on.